All right. I am joined by one of my really good friends and colleagues, Bliss Kuntz,
Hello, hello.
who is one of our librarians. And you've already seen her video on how to use the databases. And as I am sure most of you know, please, I'm sure you know, that you have a research paper or a project due here very soon. We're coming to the end of this semester. It may seem like it's gone on for a long time, but it's actually almost done. And I asked Bliss if she wouldn't mind coming in and talking about a couple of things. One is, what do we do if we want to talk directly to a librarian, either through text or email? And also, I know several people have indicated interest in doing a project about art. And so she's got some good ideas there. So Bliss, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so let's talk first of all about contacting.
Okay.
So if someone has a question, if someone is in a panic, and I know that a lot of them work from 2 to 4 in the morning, and most of our librarians are human beings, and they sleep during that time.
Yeah.
They're not vampires like most college students are. So what do you recommend as far as contacting them?
So I know Mike mentioned that some of you are on campus or in Lincoln. A great option, obviously, would come by and see us. If you want to make an appointment, we can show you where the wrap session ones are. If you want to share.
Yeah.
So on our library webpage here, if you scroll down to the bottom, you've got research help. I think the only person that's set up for wrap session on the schedule right now is me.
So you could have an appointment with Bliss.
Right, although that doesn't seem to be working. Anyway.
It may not work in the mode that we're in.
Yeah, it may not work in the one we're in. Wrap sessions would work, and if you aren't able to do it through that, this is nice because it'll plug it into my Google Calendar with your name and everything, which is super nice, and you can see when I'm available. If that doesn't work, though, you can definitely just email us under the LibGuides here. If you're not familiar with the names of the librarians, Melissa Hordemiller is our library director, and this is me, Bliss Kuntz, and look, there's Mike.
That does not look anything like you at all. There's just not any likeness to you.
So it'll be the same as your UCollege email. So bliss.kuntz@ucollege.edu would be for me, and then Melissa, there's her name as well. Also, though, if you would like, there is a text message number here, and that will put you through to our Lib apps. Is our suite of library apps, and Lib Answers actually is open all the time on one of our computers when we're at the library. But even if we're not there, if you text that number and ask a question, it will come through as an email and also on Lib Answers. So librarians, we will check our email in the evening and also on the weekends, not at 2 or 3 in the morning, but we will answer.
Because we're actually human beings.
Yeah, actually, but we will answer those. So those would probably be the best ways to do it. You could always call, but texting would be fine. Emailing would be fine. Come by if you want. We're summers are pretty chill in the library, so we're around.
So even if they were to call during office hours, that would be okay?
That would be fine.
I mean, can't guarantee that you're available.
Yeah, can't guarantee that we'd be in our office, but it's worth a chance if you want to chat. But I know texting is super convenient, so feel free to do that, and we'll be able to instant message if we're in the office, and we'll definitely answer you.
I know of probably almost half the class either lives in Lincoln or is working on campus.
Yeah,
and
feel
so
free to
come on in.
Absolutely, we'd love to help, and our schedules are pretty open.
And now another question I would have is just going on the website here is I know that we've talked a little bit about the LibGuides in your before, but we have a literature LibGuide, And I just want to make sure to remind everyone about that. How do they get to the LibGuides again?
So down here with this guy who looks confused. I'm not even sure. Oh, that's Ben.
Yeah, that's Ben.
That's Ben Tyner.
That's, what do you mean? That's exactly how it looks in real life.
So we've been working hard to try and update our LibGuides onto a more standardized template. So some of them have been updated and some of them have not. But our literature LibGuide has been updated. So all the links should work, all the databases, you know, some of the older LibGuides, they haven't been looked through in a while, so some of the website links and things like that don't work, but these will. There are books. Some of them we have in the library are print books, and then these ebooks are available if you just, when you click it, you can just read it online. So that's super handy if you want to do that.
Not all of those pertain to our class in particular.
True.
But a lot of them do. So let's see, how do we go back there? Then I'm not even sure here. I guess we're gonna have to go down and go down like this. They're gonna make us do it the hard way here.
There's also websites that might be interesting to look at, and all of these have been transferred from the old LibGuide, so it should be all the same information, just in a new format. There's references here that you can use, and also citation resources. I don't know what citation might requires, but ALA or APA, Chicago, what they've got on there.
I like all of those styles as long as you pick one and stick to it.
There you go.
I don't like
that makes sense.
kind of a Frankenstein style that mixes them.
Exactly.
I prefer if you're going to do MLA, make it consistent. So, and by the way, right here on this page, the two top books are wonderful texts for our class. Edith Hamilton's mythology is a standard text on mythology, but Neil Gaiman, who is one of my favorite novelists, his new book on Norse mythology is wonderful. If anyone is interested in that, if anyone would like to know what the actual Thor and the actual Odin and Loki are like, they're not anything at all like the Marvel versions.
Cooler or not as cool?
They are meaner, much meaner.
Oh.
Yes, the Norse gods can be rather mean, no doubt about it.
So there's a LibGuide. I haven't updated the art one yet, but I can do that today if it's something you guys are going to be using for your project. So.
Now, if they are interested in doing something, one of the possibilities for a creative project is they can assemble some of the art inspired by the texts that we've read or mythology. We don't have a whole lot as far as databases.
We don't.
But there are some good websites that we can go to.
Right, and when Mike asked me about this, I have a science background, so I know absolutely nothing about, well, very little about mythology. I mean, I've seen Thor. That doesn't really count, probably. Though.
Well.
Not much about art either. So here's where I went as far as when Mike was asking me if I was going to do a project on works of art from mythology, what would I go about doing? So I actually did start on the LibGuide, even though it's the old one. And I went down to useful websites. Some of them do not work, but which one did I do? National Gallery of Art. Maybe it's under references.
Let's see. I know. Is it useful websites?
I was just on that one.
Oh.
Book citation manager, databases. Which is why we're trying to update these. They're a little bit, there's more than one place where you can.
I know we have it here.
Yeah.
So you're following with it. You're
going
with
the journey.
With us.
Yeah.
And let's see, we have the Oxford Dictionary of Arts, which would have something.
We're looking for the National Gallery of Art.
And the National Gallery of Art.
Which we can just Google. But
True.
I did find it in our art and graphic design. Not sure why I'm not able to find it there now.
It's because we're looking for it.
It's because we're looking for it.
Right. If we weren't looking for it, it would be the first thing that we see.
Exactly.
So we may
just search for it.
To do it the old-fashioned way, which is what we'll do is Google. The National Gallery of Art is a fantastic website. I tell you, it's phenomenal.
So I was looking through, and this is obviously doesn't look anything like the one that I clicked on, but it had a mythology. It had a mythology category, which is what I went to.
And you would easily be able to
Maybe
search
exhibits.
for it here.
Yeah.
Because there's so much available.
So works of art related to mythology.
We got Achilles, which would be good.
Yeah.
The Argonauts, which would be good. All of these are great Greek stories.
So when I was looking at the rabbit hole that I went down, I saw a picture of Apollo pursuing Daphne, which
yes.
I had no idea what that meant. So
it's a wonderful story.
It's a wonderful story. Apparently Daphne's a nymph or a dryad or something, some kind of thing, and he's chasing her around. Don't know the story, I have no idea, but it was a work of art. So from that point, because since I didn't know anything about art or what I should even be looking for, I saw this painting. So then I thought, well, let's check our databases to see what we can find on Apollo and Daphne. So
as you're looking, essentially, Daphne doesn't want to be succumb to Apollo, and so rather than be taken by him, she asks to be saved, and Zeus turns her into a laurel tree instead.
Wow.
So Apollo, can't make love with a laurel tree. So it's a rather sad story.
Very sad story. So it was all in the pursuit of the part that I saw. So if we go to our databases, though, I had some suggestions from other librarians about different ones. If you look at our subjects, we don't have a subject set for art. Actually, there's fine arts, but the top one here is Credo reference. And the rest of the arts pertain to music, National Geographic. So I actually did Credo, which I'm starting to like Credo more and more.
I love Credo.
So in Credo, if you search Apollo and Daphne, there's actually a topic page for Apollo and Daphne, and there's different examples. Yeah, this isn't the one that I saw, but it's a great example. So there's multiple paintings about this story of Apollo and Daphne. Look, he looks so innocent.
Well, he's Apollo. He's been smitten by Cupid, so he really has no choice.
Anyway.
So because Cupid is playing a joke on him, because he shoots Apollo with a love arrow, but he shoots Daphne with a anti-love.
Cupid has anti-love arrows?
Yes. Oh yeah. Wow. Cupid is a mean god.
Not cool.
Because love is mean.
In mythology, apparently. So here's one example of Apollo and Daphne. What I really liked is here at the bottom, it says search other sites.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
So you've got the painting here, and you can even see different examples, maybe from the same artist and things like that, keywords and the copyright and who did it and all that kind of stuff. But down here, you could actually search more. So you could go to our academic search Premier, and it's using the same information, so Apollo and Daphne as well. So then you've got some articles here based on the myth of Apollo and Daphne, and how that would, you could read up on what the story is, because I didn't know what it was. So all of these different Apollo and Daphne masterpieces in Greek mythology. So these would be articles that you could read about paintings of Apollo and Daphne. So I thought that would be really helpful.
Oh my goodness, that would be fantastic, actually.
So Credo, there's a whole list here that they'll have from different databases, and it'll plug in the same exact search, so that you're going to different ones to look at the same topic. So I thought that was super cool.
See, I think one of the things is once you start to get accustomed to using our library website to do your exploring, rather than just going straight to Google, you're going to find such good resources. Some of which you might find on Google, but it's going to be way down, and this is going to get you right to the things that matter right away.
Right. We want you to be able to find something pertinent very quickly. because we want to save you time is really the point of using our databases and things. So hopefully going through these, you can kind of see some, they would all, a lot of them would be very applicable. You wouldn't have to worry about weeding out a lot of ones that didn't matter.
So if you're doing the project where you're actually just exploring art, this would be a wonderful way to go. And really I'm glad you mentioned the Credo. I forgot about that, and that's such a great
do a topic search for whoever's in the painting, and because you could choose, I mean, with Apollo and Daphne, there's lots and lots of different works of art that have been done on that topic. So whether you're choosing a particular one or a subject of some kind, if you do a topic search, I think you could find a lot using Credo.
I'm going to move over here so they can see us. And I think the reason why stories like Daphne and Apollo and a lot of the stories that are from Ovid's Metamorphoses are so popular with artists is because the artists view them not as just myths, but as wonderful representations of the reality. They're like parables of life. And everyone knows what it's like to either be in love but not have that person in love with you, or
they turn into a tree,
or worse, to have someone desperately in love with you that you would like nothing more than for them to ignore you. So you would love nothing more than to be a tree.
So we connect to these.
Yes, that's right. And so and these artistic renderings are really amazing by some of the greatest artists ever. And so I would say mythology and the Bible, that makes up probably 90% of art. And one of my goals when it comes to art with this class is if you ever visit an art museum, suddenly
you understand.
It's like, oh, I remember that story. Oh, I know what that is. So, well, thank you so much, Bliss. This is super helpful. My other goal in this is to kind of put a fire under everyone to let everyone know that it's coming due. And there are people,
research papers.
Oh my goodness,
take time to percolate.
That's right. So don't waste time. Get on it. And very important, there are people here that are excited to help you. So thank you. Thanks so much, Bliss. I really appreciate it. And anyway, I'm looking forward to see what we